Just heard you that time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boat fast sinking down, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, getting ready to bring you all the blazing pedal action right here at Auto Club. My name is Chris. With me, as always, my good friend Rick. Rick, how are you tonight, buddy?
Oh, man, you know, I am doing great, Chris. This is one of my favorite tracks, buddy. I mean, one of the top three anyway, and I'm pretty excited to be here in California with you tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a good race. Can't wait to get this one going. A little bit of sound issues here. on tonight's broadcast, and I hope you guys forgive me for that. We will do the best we can and get through it. I'm pretty sure we'll get through it.
We'll be all right.
Well, we're going to step away for just a minute as these guys continue to warm up. We will be right back. Just wanted to say hello. All right, we are back, and there is the information on the screen for tonight's race. Hopefully the echo is gone. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an interesting night. Rick, what do you say?
We got about 11 minutes left to go. We got a couple things to get to if you want to get to them real quick.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we can try and do for sure. Let's do it.
All right, I mean, I got an echo from you because I'm listening to a stream. You sound good now, buddy, so I think you got it figured out. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I can find him here. Keith Smith, you got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, man. See that your mic's working fine, so we're good there. Now, we learned a little bit about you there from the driver's spotlight, man. I just want to say, here we are at Auto Club. You and I talked about this track a little bit there last week, and one, I want to tell you that the 19 won in Phoenix today, so I'm expecting to see the 19 win here at Auto Club. How's it feeling?
Yeah, it'd be really nice if I could pull that off. The setup feels pretty good. I feel like it's a little tight, maybe. So I know there was a little bit of a tape adjustment to kind of give us some leeway on if some of us get some nose damage. But, you know, the setup feels pretty decent. It's one of my favorite tracks. I'm hoping I can kind of hopefully pull something off.
I have a feeling you're going to do just fine, buddy. Now, it's good. I mean, as you know, you guys are using the pay-to-win setups from the pay-to-win setup shop there. And Mark, last season, that was something that, kind of happened too. The setups would always start out a little tight, and then as the race went on, the longer you guys went out there and put laps down, it changed to a little loose. So hopefully that is the idea here for tonight, man. But I'm rooting for you up here.
Yeah, thank you, man. Hopefully, I usually like a little bit freer of a car. I'm really not very good at driving a tight setup, so hopefully maybe the track will change. We'll get some rubber down. The iRacing just had this update, so the track has that little bit of a track surface parameters revamp. So the high line should actually work a little bit. So hopefully the racing's pretty good and exciting and show some disparity in the lines tonight.
I have a feeling that's exactly going to be the case. And it's going to be kind of cool to see. I mean, iRacing has been doing a fabulous job. But listen, man, last season wasn't really your greatest season. This season, you're starting to pull it, pull it the right way, let's say. So we're wishing you luck, man. And is there anybody on that 19 you'd like to thank out there?
Definitely MF Racing Designs. Always designs a killer car. Keeps the cars looking good. I mean, he does a lot of the field out here. So, Performance Automotive Machine. Obviously, TRJ Karting. Tim's been awesome, being the title sponsor for the league. I'm really thankful to have found a league like this and that has a title sponsor so dedicated to keeping us going. So.
Awesome. Well, hey, man, listen, like I said, we're rooting for you. We're not allowed to pick favorites, I don't think, and it's kind of hard for me anyway because, a lot of you guys are my favorites. So, but I'm really pulling for you, man. Hopefully you have a good race out there. We'll be watching.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck, bud.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to all the drivers out there, Marquise, in the 19. Let's see if he can get something done here tonight. Good finish last week, Rick, and hopefully he's able to continue that. A lot of these guys had a good finish last week, but last week's race a little bit caution-filled.
Yeah. Last week at Milwaukee, Chris, we ended up in the dark and a little shortened race there due to all the cautions. But I know that the Blazing Pedals, Mark sat everybody down and, explained things, how things work, because there's a lot of new faces out there. And as well as I do from running leagues, when you get new people in running with those core people who are so used to running next to each other season after season, it takes a little bit of time, but I think we're going to see some good things. I think guys calm down a little bit. I know there was a bunch of practices that have been hosted throughout the week. So, it's going to be a good race here. I mean, and it's Auto Club. I mean, it's a cookie cutter. Not everybody likes the cookie cutters. This is one of my favorite cookie cutters. And I think we're going to see some good stuff out here tonight.
I think you're right. And we're going to find out here pretty quick as the time is counting down, and single car qualifying going to be coming up here just in a little bit. Ricky said we had a couple of things to get through. What else? I mean, I'm ready to go now.
Oh, we got to talk to Marquise for the driver spotlight. Now, of course, we know that Terry Foster, this will be news for the people that are watching, but Terry Foster has stepped away from admin duties. He wants to concentrate on his racing, and I think that's a good move. And it's a lot of things. A lot of people don't understand what admins do. Your job's not done once the checkered flag, falls. And so Terry took a step back, but we're going to continue on. I mean, Dalton Kilrow and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin do a great write-up. If you guys haven't followed Blazing Pedals on Facebook, you can do that. They put up a lot of stuff. And so we'll still do the driver of the week. And, of course, we have one more thing. From Jason Powell, something new this season, Chris, is we've been doing an invocation. So I want to get him up here if he's not out there on track, and it looks like he is. So we will bring him in here to the invocation.
Perfect.
Powell driver, the number 18. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, my friend, listen, new week. Now we're at Auto Club. We know last week was a little caution-filled, and something special we've been doing with you, that's something that I love, is the invocation. But first, I just want to ask you, how's it feel out there?
Well, my VR blowed up on me, so I won't be out there tonight.
Oh, no. That's why I was looking, and I'm like, boy, I don't see you on track. Are you hiding? But, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you were having some issues. Now, did it totally die, or...?
Yeah, I've got a black screen. I've been working on it for the past 3 days, and I spent I don't know how many hours. So I finally gave in and ordered a new Reverb G2, and it should be here next week, and I'll be back.
Fabulous, my friend. Well, listen, I'm going to give you the floor, my friend, for tonight's pre-race invocation, and we can get going under qualifying. We got about 5 minutes, so you can take your time.
Dear Lord, we come to you this evening with a thankful heart. And we want to thank you for all the many blessings and opportunities that you give us week in and week out. And we thank you, Lord, for the ability to come and do what we love and come to race one another. And we ask for a good time, Lord, and help us, Lord, to maybe shine a light on you and to lift you up, to give you thanks for all the things you do and sending us your son to die upon the cross for our sins. And we thank you for a great Blazing Pedals family and all the guys in the booth. We ask you, Lord, to watch over us, guide us, and help us to have fun. And we thank you for all that you do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen, brother. Thank you very much. And listen, we're going to miss you out there tonight. Are you spotting for anybody, or are you just kind of just chilling out?
No, I'm just going to chill out. I might see what everybody's doing, how the new dynamic track is working. I get to watch you guys, which I love watching you guys. You guys are the absolute best broadcasters out there. So I still get to have some fun.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that, brother. And it's going to be exciting to have you on track. I mean, you know, you're always, even when you're out there driving, I don't know how you do it sometimes, but you still check in with chat. So it'll be good to have you there, my friend. And hopefully next week we see the 18 back out on track again.
For sure, man. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And Jason Powell is he's setting himself up to be on camera more and more, you know. Rick, it's very kind of him to say. Anyways, yeah, we are getting ready to go, and time is counting down. We got everybody pretty much out on track right now, just kind of feeling it out, and I'm trying, Rick, desperately to see the difference in these lines that we're supposed to be able to run here now. And I think it's going to be really entertaining going forward.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right, Chris. I mean, it was a pretty big update there, the last one that iRacing has done. So it's going to get, you know, interesting. I've heard a lot of people on the forums are saying that the racing is a lot better. Side drafts have come into play a lot more than what they normally have. So it's going to get interesting to see how these things go.
Yeah, some 36 drivers getting ready to do battle here at the Auto Club with Blazing Pedals. This is race number 3 on the season. If this is your first time in with us, make sure you go ahead and maybe hit that thumbs up. Tell the league you're out here to support them. It's pretty cool. Last week, that was a heck of a battle. Jamie Walker, in the 88, he was up front for most of the night. And had a good race there. Cody Moore is right there in the 24. Brian Dees in his Marvel Studios number 17. Here's the name, Jim Ott in the 7. Still 3 weeks into the season, Rick, and we're still coming up with new names.
That's not a bad thing at all. You know, that's something that I love to see. You know, I mean, running a league on iRacing is very hard, Chris. You know as well as I do. You know, when you're out there, you're looking for a league. I mean, you look at the pages and it just goes league after league after league after league. And, you know, to find a good league, and Blazing Pedals is one of the best leagues out there, Chris. I mean, if I wasn't broadcasting, I'd be driving. I mean, that's it. You know, I've had offers to race with other leagues out there, but, you know, Mark and Sam and Dalton and OTA, they all run a good, you know, tight ship here, and that's something I like to see, and I like to see them grow. I mean, it is tough, you know, when you get those new drivers in there, but I have a feeling that, you know, some people will come and go, and then core will stick together, and that core will get bigger as drivers start racing around each other, and people figure out that this is one of the top places to be.
Yeah, I think you're right, and now I'm seeing, I'm getting reverb again, still, whatever, I'm not sure. All right, so Rick, I'm going to go ahead and let you call it for a little bit here. I'm going to work on some stuff on my end, and hopefully we can get it fixed.
So we only got about 45 seconds left here of practice, and then we're going to be doing what Chris was talking about, single car qualifying this season here with the TRJ Karting Xfinity Series. It's going to be interesting. Right now on top of the charts during practice, no surprise here, is the 88 of Jamie Walker. And the rest down to the top 5, you got Cody Moore, Brian Dees, Jim Ott, newcomer here, Nicholas Okier, Ockover, Kilroe, Sherman, Hamlin, Paulson, rounding out that top 10. So folks are going to try to figure out what they got to do. Auto Club, I do have a win here. I'm proud to say that, in the trucks. But it used to be kind of more of a single line racetrack. So with this new update, we're definitely looking to see what's going to happen here as the checkered flag falls on practice here tonight. Word of advice, if you ever have a Windows update, don't do that update, and don't hopefully allow it to do it automatically for you right before an important race or anything. See who's going to be the first car heading out here on track tonight. Seeing the 2 Craftsman machine of Jacob Hoppy out there. The Shermanator is also going out. I haven't talked about it too much out there right now. That air temperature is sitting at 82 degrees. That track temperature at 88 degrees. It is cloudy out there right now, so the sun is shining through those clouds right now, but I have a feeling that it's going to go into a little partly cloudy to cloudy thing as the race goes on. But a beautiful day here at Auto Club, Fontana, California. As we know, the track here at Fontana is 2 miles long. Like I said, that track temperature is sitting at 88 degrees. We do have some stage racing tonight. It's going to be 120 laps total. Stage 1 is going to end on the lap 29, at the end of lap 29. Stage 2 is going to be ending at the end of lap number 70. Good luck, Jamie Walker. I see you checking in on chat. Of course, Mark Arthur's there too. Race control. Good luck to the 88 Do crew. Fastest in practice right now. Rick Thompson taking the pole so far with a very fast lap of 41.30, but not far behind is the Shermanator in second right now with a 41.53. Josh Klinger showing in third. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin just got knocked down by Marquis Smith. Marquis Smith qualified so far in that fourth position. Hamlin riding out that top number 5 spot for a second until Tanner Martin, the 21, took that 5th spot over. Getting some good speeds out here, Chris. It's going to be interesting here tonight.
All right. All right, well, I'm gonna try this to see if it's any better. Guys, you're gonna have to let me know in chat. It's funny they're saying reverb, but I've got no reverb on my end. I should be able to hear it, but we'll see. If there's any, let me know, guys, and I'll just shut my trap again, I guess.
Gotta love them updates.
Yeah, no. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin just sitting on the end of pit road, hasn't come out yet. Oh, yes, he has. I'm sorry. Well, we have a lot that have, including Stone Killer. He is out on track now, getting ready for his first lap.
As we know, to get bonus points this season, Chris, especially for like the biggest mover award and stuff like that, these guys have to put down a halfway decent qualifying lap. They have to actually go out there and try. It's not just sit it, put it in second gear and do, 50, 60 miles around the track to do a time. So there's some guys out there right now doing just that. Decker gets a really fast time there. 41.33. That's good enough for third place on the qualifying charge. Hank Kasten breaks into the top 5 there with his 36 with a 41.35. Maybe that means I got to shot my trap there, Mikkel. One of the greatest iRacing painters out there, folks. If you need a paint scheme for iRacing, the link is down in the description under associate sponsors. MF Racing Designs. You can find him on Facebook. And about 80% of all of these cars that are out here, if not more, have been done by this talented painter.
All right, Rick. Before we keep going here, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and mute you. So you're not there. Let's see if right now, guys, if you could just let me know if I have any reverb whatsoever. And if I do, I'm going to have to be quiet tonight. And Rick's going to call the entire race all by himself. And since he's muted, he can't say no. Nothing so far. All right, Rick. So evidently, well, we'll fix the problem. I don't know. Let's try it again, Rick, and see if.
There we go. Now I can hear you. I was like, how come he's not talking to me?
Well, I muted you. When you're muted, I sound fine apparently. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just mute.
Carrie's in here, and I'll just I'll go watch on the big screen.
Mike says he doesn't want you muted, but it's the only time I sound right. So we'll see. I really have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, qualifying is pretty much done. Looks like three drivers that have not qualified. Matt Grunberg, Jeffrey Fisher, Terry Foster. And normally, Rick, I would put on some grid music, but I don't know if it's going to work, so I'm not going to bother here tonight. Oh, Lord. Gotta love an update. Just waiting for the qualifying session to end. Again, tonight is going to be 120 laps. We have stage racing. First stage going to end at the end of lap number 29. Second stage going to end at lap 70. Then it's a race all the way to lap 120 tonight. And hopefully we don't have, well, we got lights here, so I guess we're not going to worry about not having enough sun to make it through.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just keeping it quiet.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's. I don't know.
I don't think, because I had myself muted even, so I don't think it's coming through my end anywhere.
No, it's reverbing right through. I don't know. I don't know, but.
I mean, I know we talked about turning the megaphone on, so it sounded like we're.
I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, you sound good on my end, so I don't know.
All right, well.
Want me to do Ethan's start your engines?
Oh, sure.
Let me know when.
Go ahead now.
Driver, start engines. Woo!
All right, let's do this. Let's see. I'm gonna mute Rick here, and then we're gonna get through this thing. So, starting on the pole tonight, it is gonna be the 17 of Brian Dees. To his outside, Speed Mafia is starting. Rick Thompson in his number 76. Corey Sherman out of TNA Motorsports going to be starting third. Blake Decker in his 92. Lost Cause Racing going to be starting in fourth. Josh Klinger going to be starting his 20. The Oceanside Cleaners Racing in fifth spot. Hank Caston going to be starting the 36 in sixth spot. Brad Collins going to be starting his Speed Mafia number 22 in the seventh position. Marquis Smith out of MFRD Racing going to be starting his 19 in eighth position. Dalton Kilroe going to be starting the Lost Cause Motorsports number 41 in ninth spot. Ian the Kid Habia going to be starting the 16 in 10th spot. Jim Ott out of JB Motorsports going to be starting his 7 in 11th spot. Tanner Marr out of 5 Kings Motorsports going to be starting in 12th position. In 13th spot tonight, it's going to be the 28 out of Limitless Motorsports Camp. It's going to be Mike Hamlin. Jordan McAvoy out of Team AV going to be starting his 66 in 14th spot. Joshua Rutherford, the Work in Progress Racing number 55, going to be starting 15th tonight. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin going to be starting in 16th. Aaron Bockover out of TNA Motorsports going to be starting his 44 in 17th spot. Jake Elrod out of the Oceanside Cleaners Racing going to be starting his 11 car in 18th position. Matt Hackathorn going to be starting in 19th spot in his number 84 out of the Ram Racing Camp. In 20th tonight, it's going to be the 61 Randy McAvoy out of Team AV2. Derek Paulson going to be starting his 6. In the 21st spot, that's the MFRD machine. In 9th spot out of Outcast Auto Sports, it's going to be the 9 of Nick Okie. In 23rd spot, it's going to be the 13 of David Bennett. And to his outside, it's going to be the 09 Team AV's own James Miller. Corey Rutherford going to be starting his Work in Progress Racing machine in the 25th spot in Lost Cause Racing Motorsports. Cody Moore going to be starting the 24 to his outside. Jacob Hoppy in the MT2 eSport number 2 going to be starting at his outside, or inside of the next row. In 27th, Fred Thompson to the outside. The Speed Mafia number 46. John Perkins going to be starting his 33 out of the Speed Mafia camp in 29th. Casey Campbell, the 73 out of Speed Mafia in 30th. And it's going to be Amanda Sherman, newest member of the TNA Motorsports, going to be starting her 8 in the 31st spot. Dave Seats, 32nd. Jamie Walker, 33rd. Matt Gruenberg, 34th. 35th, going to be Jeff Fisher. 36th, going to be Terry Foster. And that is the starting lineup as we have taken green. A little bit to get out of it, Rick.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Of course, we know Brian Dees in the 17 took the pole here, Chris, but he is already under pressure by the 3 of TNA Motorsports Savage Edge Machine of Corey the Shermanator Sherman. Here comes Rick Thompson, and look at that guy who just dove down onto the inside, Chris. It is back thanks to MF Racing Designs, the 92 Old Woodside of Blake Decker.
I love
right
seeing
now in
that
third.
thing, man. That 92 looking good out there, Rick.
Looking fast.
I love it.
I'm going to talk about his hairdo, though. He's going to wear a hat when he's got his VR on. I'm watching the in-car camera. I don't know what's going on there.
All right, we'll show him.
I'm jealous.
That is, that's a man on a mission. He's got the helmet head going already.
Boom, lap number 3 already. Corey the Shermanator Sherman taking the lead.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome to watch so far. Things have really changed here You can tell in the racing already. And here comes Blake Decker down to the inside. Blake Decker looking to try and make a run for the race lead. He takes it by a nose. Corey Sherman fighting back on the outside, and this is what we've been missing in iRacing all these years. Side-by-side racing is alive and well here in iRacing.
I just tested. It's definitely not my stream that is coming through because I went down to a different channel. It sounds good either way. I mean, I cranked up the broadcast, man. It made me think I was at Thunder Road.
Well, I don't know, Rick, but here I am, completely trying to change things midstream, getting ready to go. I don't know. Well, we're going to see if it works out.
I can tell you who it's working out for right now. That is Corey Sherman. He's got the 17 right behind him still, Brian Dees. But here comes Rick Thompson, and look at that, Chris, the guy that we talked to here at the driver spotlight, Marquis Smith, and that beautiful number 19. Down on the inside now, he's got the 36 who's going to be looking to the outside, but Marquis making some good moves early on here tonight.
Yeah, he really is. And, man, it's looking good out there. It really is. I am having a ton of fun watching this, even though I know that the sound could be better. Don't worry, we'll get that fixed up next week. For tonight, yeah, you know what? I'm going to call it what it is, and we'll get it better for next week. Didn't even realize it was going to be a problem until just before we went live, and everything was messed up, so I'm happy to at least be able to get what we have. And what we have right now is Corey Sherman leading the way, the 17 of Brian Dees and Rick Thompson battling it out for second spot. The 92 of Blake Decker taking the outside. He is right on the back bumper of Rick Thompson. Now shoots up higher. He's looking for a third lane out there, Rick. Down into the middle, the 92 goes. Couldn't make it stick.
Well, the good news is Mark Arthur's out in chat saying the sound sounds good, so let's hope you, whatever you did, fixed it. But, man, these guys are pumping. I mean, obviously, you know, it is hard for us to pick favorites here, Chris, because, you know, we love all these drivers here at Blazing Pedals. But, as you know, I'm a huge TNA fan, and I am wearing a Baco over shirt tonight. It's going to be the last time that this shirt is actually worn because I have some T-shirt frames coming. I'm going to make a little shrine to the TNA Motorsports people in my race room, man. I'm pretty excited about that. I can't wait for Amazon to deliver here tomorrow.
That's pretty awesome, and I'm glad that something I did finally seems to have corrected it. Man, oh man, drive me crazy.
Filled up all your beer cans, didn't you? That's what it is. You took away the empties and you put the full ones there.
I should have grabbed a couple of empties or fulls, and well, anyways. How about Ian Habiak? He is in 11th spot. He started in 10th, but has fallen one spot. That's not too bad early on in this one.
I know that he has Tim there in his spot. And of course, Tim, the owner of TRJKarting.com, or TRJ Karting. Make sure you head on over to TRJKarting.com if you need any kind of karting stuff, maintenance stuff for race cars. Tim's got it all, man. He's also got some really cool apparel. And of course, for sim racers, he's got gloves and shoes. A lot of people laugh at people who use shoes and stuff like that, but I find it brings the immersion, and my feet don't hurt on a long race. Right now, Habiak doing a good job, sitting in 12th place right now, working on the 66 of McAvoy.
Yeah, it's really the other way. McAvoy trying to make the pass, but I'll tell you what, man, Ian is not letting it go on that outside lane. Looks like Jordan McAvoy had a head of steam coming out of the corner, and he was able to take that spot crossover move out of Habiak as he drops down to the inside. Dalton Kilroy sticking to the outside right behind McAvoy. And here comes the Butcher.
The other Dew crew. I'm glad that Mark's put some really good tracks on the schedule this season, and it's making it nice. You know, like you said, last week Milwaukee, we're at a little kind of a short track, kind of flat, only 9 degrees banking in the turns. McAvoy doing a little blinking there on my end. I'm not sure if that's just me or him, but then we came here to Auto Club, a little 2 mile. Next week, man, we're heading to Lucas Oil. Keeping the drivers on their toes this season.
Yeah, don't let them get comfortable. That's the worst thing. How about Cody Moore in the 24? Had a hell of a race last week. Right now, sits back in the 19th position. Up 7 since the beginning of the race. And trying to move himself forward. James Miller right in front of him. A couple of rookies to the Blazing Pedals, but have quickly been able to acclimate themselves to this series. Up front, it is still Corey Sherman leading the way. Let's take a look in on our race leader. As you can see, the focus, the gloves, the VR, and right, of course, right next to him, his wife racing as well. Pretty cool shot. The 28, Mike Hamlin, a little bit off pace, Rick, and I'm not sure if he was just on pit road or not.
Well, I can tell you, Chris, while you were going through I didn't want to interrupt when you're going through the in-car cameras that we have going on, but Mike Hamlin and David Seitz both came down pit road on lap 11. Not exactly sure if they just weren't happy with their car, had to make some adjustments. Now, of course, we talked to Marquis Smith. They do have a little bit of room, wiggle room with a tape setup here tonight, so maybe the cars were starting to overheat or something. We're going to have to definitely keep our eye out.
It's certainly possible. The other thing to think about is stage 1 is kind of a quick stage here tonight. Maybe get some fuel, make sure you're going to make it, and launch yourself up towards the front. We're going to find out here towards the end of this stage. Meanwhile, Corey Sherman leading the way with Marquis Smith. Hank Caston running 2 and 3. And it is a battle for second spot right now. Hank Caston to the inside. Marquis Smith hanging it out on the outside. Marquis has it by about a third of a car. Now, Hank Caston battling back from the inside. This is a very fast track. And they cross the start-finish line. Marquis Smith, Hank Caston in that order. Behind them, Rick Thompson. And then you've got a battle going on for the 5th spot between Old Woodside's Blake Decker and Josh Klinger in the 20.
That's got a little bit of secret intel, Chris. It looks like that they can only do about 20-ish laps, 20-ish or so laps on a tank of fuel. So I think a couple guys just decided to come in and get that fuel, like you said, a little early, so that way they can make it down, and hopefully then everybody else has to come down pit road so they can just shoot past them.
Yeah, it looks that way. That's good info to have. 20-ish laps of green flag racing. It's going to make for a good, exciting night. Keep these cars bunched up. And that's one of the deals with stage racing. That's why it's good. It will keep them bunched up. Up front, though, it is Corey Sherman. He's leading by about 3/4 of a second. Make it 8/10 now. Sherman is really racing well here tonight, Rick.
Definitely is, Chris, and it's good to see. I mean, the Shermanator has not won here yet with the Blazing Pedals, looking for that first victory.
Such a bright car to be doing it with, too. That's pretty cool.
It is, and I want to thank Corey Sherman, too, not only for the excellent stuff that he's done for me and the folks over at TNA Motorsports, Chris, with the apparel and stuff like that, but he's just a great guy and very chatty, very friendly. Definitely somebody you don't mind calling your brother. He'll do anything for anybody. And listen, if you guys need any kind of custom vinyl work or apparel, he's the man to check out. Just head on over to SavageEdge.com or Savage Edge Graphics on Facebook. Yeah, with Corey, he's going to do things up. I mean, I know you placed an order.
I sure did, but right now I'm looking at a 3-wide battle for 3rd spot. And it looks like Blake Decker on the far outside was able to get there. Rick Thompson had that middle line, the 20. Josh Klinger kind of lost 2 spots there, hanging it down on the inside. Here we go again, 3 wide. Here comes the 7. Jim Ott looking way down on the inside. Oh my.
Man, Michael Falk did a fabulous job with that paint, man. I'm all over it looking at it now. Good to see old Woodside back out there again.
I'm telling you, the racing that we're seeing here, this is what has been missing. What a great update so far, Rick.
And then just look at it, the Shermanator go as he gets around Ian Habiak. Ian Habiak now in 27th position, down 17, but of course he came down pit road to get his fuel. But you're absolutely right, Chris. The racing a lot better, it seems. I'm kind of excited. I'm not going to lie. I've been talking with the Shermanator and got a new sponsor. I am going to get back into racing. I'm going to be racing the B and C classes starting tomorrow, once week 13 is officially over. And I got Savage Edge on the side of my truck and car.
Very cool.
And you haven't noticed yet, but the Ford Mustang pace car has broken down tonight, so they got the new pace car out there also.
Yeah, I hadn't, you know, I was so busy worrying about sounds and stuff. I didn't even really look at the pace car yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. Right now, Ian Habiak following Corey Sherman. Habiak, the first driver, 1 lap down, has come down pit road already. Then we're kind of just waiting, Rick. When will Corey Sherman come down? Is he going to give up the lead to one of these guys that have already come down pit road, or is he up in front of them enough to try and hold on to that race lead? We're going to find out here in just a couple of laps as we're working lap number 19. Corey Sherman, the race leader. Hank Casson sitting in the second spot. He's up 4 positions to that second position of 36. Looking extremely good here tonight. Great paint job on that thing too. Josh Klinger kind of sitting there in the third spot, but they're bouncing him back and forth between him, Rick Thompson, and Jim Odd and Blake Decker. Big battle here for third spot.
Big battle.
Saw Jamie Walker's car in that mix, and right now he is being scored as the first car, 1 lap down, as Ian Habiak looks like he was able to get around Corey Sherman, but maybe for not much longer, as Sherman looking to the inside. No, the 16 definitely has a head of steam as he goes around Corey Sherman now, and that will put Jamie Walker in position. Just like that, it's all changing, Rick.
It is.
We'll see how this all shakes out here as pit road getting busy once again. Biggest mover on track right now, Matt Gruenberg, up 19 positions. And of course, that just means he hasn't come down pit road yet. Sherman out there working lap number 21. Going to start lap 22 this time by. How much longer can he afford to stay out there on this tank of fuel?
Lap 22, we said 20-ish, so I have a feeling we're going to see the 3 coming down pit road this time by, Chris.
Looks like
I don't
he's
know if you
already working that low lane, trying to make sure nobody can get there. Rick coming out of turn 2. Down the backstretch goes the 3. Our race leader, Corey Sherman, and he is staying down a little bit lower. It looks like his intention is to come down this time. We're going to find out. He's working into turn 3 and 4 right now. Pit road here, not too bad to get onto. It is right off in turn 4. Here he comes down pit road. Josh Klinger going to stay out and take over the lead this time by in that number 20.
Looks like the 3, the 7, the 92, the 6, the 55, the 9, the 5, the 13, and the 86 coming down pit road. So
again, it's very busy out there. Some of these drivers have not come down pit road. First stage going to end again at the end of lap number 29. So still a ways to go here, Rick. How much longer can they go? If it's 20-ish laps, look at this. I mean, we got guys pushing out 23 laps here. Klinger decides to bring it down. Everybody, it looks like, who has not come down pit road is this time by. And that may give the lead over to Brian Dees in the 17. Brian Dees, normally one of those drivers who has an in-car camera. This week, though, no. He is focused in on racing only. Dees trying to get around the track as fast as he can, try and keep some of these guys down. There's a lot of guys still on pit road for their service. Going to be coming off here in just a moment. And you see him down low. Brian Dees trying to get around them all. And it's official now. Brian Dees is the race leader.
Yeah, back to where he was when the green flag fell. So not a bad spot for the 17 Marvel Studios S&M Motorsports driver to be. I want to give a quick shout out to everybody out there in YouTube land here on Turn 3 Racing Network, hanging out with me and Chris and the Blazing Pedals TRJ Karting Xfinity drivers here tonight. Shelly Cook, we see you out there.
So Dees leading the way. Hank Caston, Josh Klinger, your top three. Dalton Kilroe, he's made some moves. He is now sitting in the 4th spot. Corey Sherman back to 5th after leading a good portion of this first stage. Brad Collins, Blake Decker battling it out for the 6th spot. Right now, it looks like Decker taking advantage of that top lane. Blake Decker takes 6th. Brad Collins back to 7th. In 8th spot, it's that 7 car that's coming down in the middle. And on the bottom lane, Jim Ott looking to take a spot. Jim Ott not going to be done with 1. He's going to go for 2 as he's lining up underneath Blake Decker. Decker not going to let that one happen. Going to slightly move down just a little bit, and that clears that lane pretty well. Jim Ott, he is doing very well out there for his first time. Oh, the 92 up into the marbles, and Decker is slowed down. I think he was able to keep it off the wall. And I don't see any damage, Rick, but man, oh, there it is. There's a good side hit. Behind them, we haven't mentioned his name that much here tonight, but Derek Paulson in the 6th. He is slowly working his way into the top 10. He's running in the 8th spot, and he is up 13 positions since the beginning of this one. It's lap number 27, 2 laps to go before the end of stage number 1 here tonight. And as Rick said, got to thank everybody for tuning on in here tonight to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Sounds were a little off here at the beginning. Hopefully they're doing much better right now. And Brian Dees leads the way. He's got Hank Caston right there. He's within striking distance, Rick, just 0.4 of a second behind. It's going to be 1 lap to go here before the stage caution comes out. I believe pit road will be closed this time by.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Chris. And I checked out Old Woodside there just to see. He does have a little damage on the right front. And you are right. Race control just called that the pit road is closed, Chris. So these guys got to race for that position to get those extra stage bonus points.
And Hank Caston slowly starting to reel in Brian Dees. Hank Caston is right on the back bumper of our race leader. The 36 looking to try and win a stage here. He has got to get by the 17 to do it. They're going to go side by side.
That's going to be good. Dees has it there. Oh, he does.
1 more lap to go. Remember, it's at the end of lap 29.
There goes Hank.
The end. Hank Caston down on the inside. Going to try and take advantage. Hank Caston, your race leader. The 17 now drops below. Going to try and use that inside lane. No, can't quite do it. Brian Dees.
Oh.
Now down to the inside. Dees looking to try and win this one. Side by side coming out of turn number 4. The 36, Hank Caston to the top side. Brian Dees down low. Who's it going to be? Hank Caston. Hank Caston, stage 1 winner. Wow. Excellent stuff right there.
I mean, like you said, the update has really changed the racing here at Auto Club. We see a lot of drivers hanging up towards the wall doing what I like to call the Kyle Larson, because that's where, you know, unfortunately they're not going to race here at Auto Club this season, but doing a little bit of changes there, but I hope iRacing keeps the track at this configuration. You know, gives us an option, because Auto Club is a good track, especially now that you can race it the way that you should. But listen, if you folks have a dog in your life and you're looking for some good tough toys, why don't you give old Hank out there, check him out on Amazon. A dog named Hank. Absolutely fabulous racing to the line there. We saw D's down below trying to get, you know, use that run on that white line just below the apron there. Hank held on.
Wow. Really, really good racing here in stage 1. Hank Caston, Brian Dees finishing 1 and 2. Josh Klinger, 3rd. Dalton Kilroy, Jim Ott rounding out 4th and 5th. And Corey Sherman in 6th spot. Derek Paulson, Brad Collins, Rick Thompson, and Matt Gruenberg all inside the top 10. Bonus points, Rick. You gotta have them.
Gotta have them. Long season, every point matters. Man, look at that new pace car, huh?
Oh, man, that is ugly as sin.
Yes, it is.
It looks kind of like a Chevy Volt. I'm not going to lie.
But it looks so good. Don't mind the crinkling. I'm doing my Sunday night tradition. Of course, one of our fans, we miss her. But I got to have your Skittles on a Sunday night, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, I do. Pit road going to be busy. Everybody's going to come down. What a great first stage. And I'll tell you, man, this is what iRacing has missed for a long, long time. Side-by-side racing able to happen. And it's you're not giving up anything by going to the top side of the track anymore. This is great.
Oh, like I said, you know, a lot of drivers have said that side track has been in iRacing for a while. iRacing has come out and confirmed it, that there was no side draft, but people still argue with it. And I think there was a little bit, but, you know, with this update, Chris, from what I'm seeing, the side draft really comes into play now.
A couple of drivers have not come down pit road yet. Looks like they're going to, including Matt Hackathorn here in the 84, James Miller, Marky Smith.
Is my timing correct that Hackathorn and Miller have not come down pit road at all?
No, they were on lap 19.
I'm 19, okay. I don't know why it's showing me 0.
And I don't know why they wouldn't come down now. Everybody's going to need fuel. They're putting themselves on a very different fuel strategy if they don't. And maybe that's the intention. So Hank Caston wins stage number 1 after the guy right to his inside, the 3 of Corey Sherman, led most of the laps in stage number 1. No cautions as of yet. It's been good racing here for Blazing Pedals. Caution lights are off, Rick. We're going to get ready to go back under the green flag. And yeah, James Miller, Matt Hackathorn, they're going to stay out. As
like you said,
Marquis Smith. So very different strategies going on.
Yeah, and Miller, Hackathorn, Marquis, they're all down there. They're Team AB, so I'm sure there's some chatter going on in race chat. We'll see how it works out for the 09 and the 84 here shortly.
Well, they're banking on nobody having new tires, maybe. So tires shouldn't be an issue. But they're not going to be able to stay out for very long before they're going to have to come down for fuel. And again, this might be part of the play, fuel strategy.
And they got a good run there until the end of stage 2. It's going to happen at the end of lap number 70, so.
Pace car drops down onto pit road. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag. Matt Hackathorn James Miller, your front row. And green flag is out. A little bit of tire spin out of Hackathorn that time.
Look at Marquis Smith making his move there on the inside.
Yeah, Marquis dropping it right down to the white line. Well, look at him fan out 4, 5, 6 wide towards the back. That is awesome. Oh, I am liking this build.
Almost time to get your wheel dusted off. Oh, the 7.
Caution on track. And we're going to have to go back to see what happened. Is Jim Ott has the call out of rig. You see the damage on the back end of that thing. Let's go back and take a peek. And Perkins to his outside. Oh, Perkins may have gotten into him just a little bit. The 98 also involved the 11. The 2 of Hoppy. Oh, that was big. The 9. That's Nick Okie. Let's go back one more time because a lot of cars involved here. You see the contact. They kind of both went into each other. The 98 involved, the 2, the 11.
With the 86, Terry Foster got into it too.
Oh, Terry Foster. There's Nick Okie getting a hit. Jim Ott went for a ride here live. And the pace car is out. And boy, that's really going to help out Hackathorn. James Miller also hasn't come down pit road since lap 19. So helping both of those drivers out. And a lot of damaged vehicles out there. We're going to have to keep an eye on the TRJ Karting Infield Care Center because I'm not sure if everybody's going to be able to get out of this one.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. That's something I'm keeping my eye on as I'm watching pit road get busy there too. Just heard from race control that is going to be on John Perkins in the 33, going to get the EOL for bringing out that caution. The first caution tonight, other than stage 1.
It's a tough call. We saw it. You could definitely see Perkins coming down, but I think the car on the inside also came up a little bit, and well, they made contact, and that happens. Going to be our first caution of the night due to incident on track, and we got to thank TRJKarting.com, the main sponsor here for the Blazing Pedals.
TRJKarting.com is your number one online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. Make sure you check them out at TRJKarting.com and give them a like on Facebook.
And make sure you do give them that like on Facebook, TRJKarting.com. Tell Tim Habiuk that we sent you. Support that small business. How about pay to win? Pay to win setups. Also coming on board. And we've also got one other. I think we might as well just go ahead and bring it in.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see And what you hear is what you feel. Butt kicker. The future is feeling.
Butt kicker. Yeah, give me one of those.
Well, let me tell you, Chris, I learned something last night. I was watching Mark Arthur do his race on NASCOM, and you can use code BLAZING to get 20% off. So that knocks the price down to $144. That's a very fair price for something that is going to definitely. And it's not just for racing, man. I mean, you can use it in any kind of game that you play. It's an amazing thing.
Pretty cool stuff.
Make sure you use that. It's good. I believe Mark said until sometime in December. So use code BLAZING at the Butt Kicker. I put the link is down in the description of the video, and I just put it up in chat there. thebuttkicker.com. Code BLAZING, as in blazing pedals, 20% off. Give yourself some money and get something that's cool.
Matt Hackathorn, your race leader, has not come down pit road yet. We're waiting to see when he will. Meanwhile, behind him, it is a gaggle, and here comes the 88 of Jamie Walker. Walker up 31 spots, Rick, to take over second spot.
I don't think he's done yet. I mean, that 88 is running fast right now.
He's on a rail, and he is taking the inside, taking the race lead. Hackathorn going to fall to him and to Josh Klinger. Klinger in the 20, running in second spot now. So Hackathorn going the wrong way. Looking at some pit times from the last time they were on pit road, and well, let's just say there's more than one strategy that's going on out there.
Or it is.
So Jamie Walker taking the race lead, and now all action is just behind him. This is so great. Finally, the way racing should be, and it is happening live right here with the Blazing Pedals. Three wide right here with the 61, the 16, and the 09. That's Habiet, Miller, and McAvoy. McAvoy down on the inside. Habiet now taking the spot. And James Miller falling back one. Matt Gruenberg coming like a freight train behind him, along with Derek Paul. We got one going into the wall. It's the 19 of Marquis Smith, hard into the wall. The 46 also involved of Fred Thompson. Oh, man, that one was hard. Well, let's go back. This one wasn't pretty. Fred Thompson working the inside lane. But that's not where it started. It started up top. And oh my goodness. We'll go back to Marquis Smith's view here.
Bokier might have gotten into the wall there.
Looks like Derek Paulson got a little loose, and that might have caused a big checkup. Yeah, Okie was involved. Fred Thompson was involved.
Oh, we stay under green.
I don't mind being on the green, but man.
Oh, Marquis Smith into the wall again.
Yeah, Marquis having trouble. That car ill handling at this point. And you can see just how slow he is on track. Meanwhile, Jamie Walker still running around this thing very quick. Has a half a second lead over Josh Klinger. Brad Collins sitting in third with Jordan McAvoy looking to try and take a spot away with that Toyota Supra on the outside. Blake Decker running in fifth spot. Don Kilroe, last season's champion, right behind him. Mike Hamlin is running in seventh. Cody Moore up 18 spots into eighth position. So Moore having a good night here. Brian D is running in the ninth spot, and Hank Caston running in, well, actually, he just took a spot away from Dees. So Caston now running 9th. Dees in 10th. Perkins comes around, makes it change all over again. Marquis Smith seems to be off track, maybe getting repairs. Oh, the 17 just takes the nose right off from Hank. Some strong running right now, stage 2, and it is picked up already.
And what a good field here tonight, Chris. 36 cars, now we're down to 34. As Hoppy and Foster have called it quits here. They're packing up their cars into the hauler and getting ready for Lucas Oil next week.
That's unfortunate. Don't want to see it night's end quite this early. We're about 15 laps away from halfway. We want to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're watching the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series. Live tonight from the Auto Club. 120 laps, the scheduled distance. Stage 1 was taken by Hank Caston in the 36. Right now, Hank running inside the top 10, 10th spot, with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin right behind him in his number 10.
Chris, we thought earlier when that first caution came out that we were going to have an influx of people in the infield car center, and we didn't, but we do have one now, so I'm going to bring him up. It is Marquis Smith, the driver of the number 19 MF Racing Designs machine. Marquis Smith, you got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy?
I think I got you. Sorry.
There, that's okay. There you are, buddy. Hey, listen, this isn't how I want to talk to you. I mean, we talked to you at the beginning of the race. I wanted you to be there at the end, man. What happened?
Well, it's pretty rare I get on a side. I usually have an issue where I drive the right rear off the car, but I couldn't get the car to rotate all race. Just didn't drive how I like my setups to be. I got an outside call and I was already moving up, so I'm really sorry to Rick Thompson. I think it was for the damage that I gave him. I got nosed into the wall and hit a couple times, and then next lap went into the, I think it was 3 and 4, and this cloud tight hit the wall and got a meatball, so my race is over.
Oh man, I hate to hear that, but listen, next week Lucas Oil, get to practicing. It's a lot different track than what we're on now there. How you feeling about that?
I usually like shorter flat tracks. Never really been a big fan of Lucas Oil. Just hopefully we get a setup that rotates a little more.
All right, man. Hey, listen, sorry to hear it for your luck here at Auto Club. We're pulling for you, buddy. But there's always next week. We got a long season ahead of us still.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's just first few. I have a couple rough ones. Got a decent one last week, so hopefully I have some more decent luck.
All right, buddy. Hey, listen, we already asked you once before, but I'm going to do it again because it is customary. Anybody on that 19 you'd like to thank here tonight?
MF Racing Designs, Performance Automotive Machine, Garrison Concepts, obviously TRJ Karting. Like I said before, it's really awesome to have a league with such constant support from a great title sponsors. So really appreciate all the effort being put behind the league, the constant seasons.
Brother, hey, listen, thank you. Sorry that your night ended so early. You're not the first one. It looks like Terry Foster and Hoppy is out also. So unfortunate for you, but always get ready for next week.
Yep, definitely.
Luck, bud.
That was the driver of the number 19, Marquis Smith. Going to have to call it a night as the motor went boom.
And that's not, I mean, yeah, he could, sit there for a half an hour or so and get that thing fixed, Chris, but obviously not happy with the setup here tonight. That's the problem. I mean, obviously this is a fixed setup league. Everybody has that same setup. There is a little bit of things that you can do, like adjust the tape and stuff like that, like we heard about earlier from Marquis. So, but not everybody. I mean, you and I, when we started doing some open stuff, I like my car a little loose, and some people like them tight. Makes it tough. But right now, these guys doing a heck of a job, though. We're on lap 50 of 120. Soon to be lap 151.
Everybody right now kind of minding their piece. Oh, the 16 hard into the wall. Able to gather it back up. Ian Habia makes a little contact. Derek Paulson goes way down the track, and then gathers it back up, gets around the 16. So Habiet might have a little ill handling 16 in there.
I'm thinking he got his new wheel. Of course, last week he had an issue with his wheel and had said I'm done messing around, ordered Ian a new wheel. He's missing the helmet this week, and I think that's the problem. We talked to him about that.
Yeah, he does have a new wheel. You notice it's kind of like a Formula wheel. Huh. All right.
Well, you know, I think that works out for him a little bit more. I mean, Ian does really good in real world with the karts. Maybe makes him feel like he's a little bit more at home there.
Well, Josh Klinger is our race leader. He was able to get around Jamie Walker about 5 laps ago after battling for a few laps. And Klinger, our race leader, is starting to take away. Oh, Jamie Walker going to bring it down pit road. So Walker's run enough laps. He wants fuel. As does Brad Collins, the 22, bringing it down. So pit stops starting to happen. Don Kilrow, last season's champion, had a handful of wins this season. Not quite been the start that he was looking for. And hopefully he's able to pick it up here soon.
I have a feeling that he will. He'll do fine. You know, it's hard, Chris. I mean, you know, these guys haven't changed much since we started broadcasting them. Of course, when we started broadcasting them, they were in the K&N cars. And then they went to the trucks there, or they went to the trucks in the K&N car. I can't remember. But I know we switched from the K&N to the trucks a couple of times, back to the K&N. Now this season into the Xfinity, so they do drive a little different. But Kilroy's one of them drivers that, you know, it's hard because they just came off a long off season. Now they're back at it for a nice long race season again. We're going all the way until December 19th is our final race, the championship race. We don't know where it's going to be held yet. I'm glad they kept that aspect of it too, because I love that surprise. Plenty of races left for Kilroy to get that number 41 in victory lane.
Taking a look in on Corey Rutherford, the 5 car. Blinks. Oh boy. There he is, Corey Rutherford. He's up 14 spots since the beginning of the race. He's just outside the top 10. Now, put him in the top 10 is Taylor the Butcher Benjamin going to bring it down pit road. So Corey Rutherford with a good night here so far, up inside the top 10.
Saw that when he was coming off board. How close to that wall, the outside wall, he was at, Chris.
Yeah, I haven't talked about him much, but Aaron Bachhover having a pretty decent night here too. He's up 5 positions, sitting in the 12th position.
He's so fast.
One of 3 drivers that remain in this race for TNA driving, or TNA Motorsports, excuse me. The other 2, of course, being Corey and Amanda Sherman, the husband and wife duo. Well, the man right now, Josh Klinger, in that number 20, he is running away with it. He's got a 3.9 second lead over Blake Decker. And that is the biggest lead we've seen of the night here, Rick.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm digging this paint job on the 20. I like that.
Yeah, I'm too. MF Racing Designs. If you're out there and you need a paint job, make sure to check him out. Michael does a fantastic job. I love the flag on it, man. That is awesome.
Very cool. I love it. Michael Block does a fabulous. I don't know how. I mean, there's a lot of talent. I mean, I'm a painter, but I'm not afraid to say I would be proud to drive one of them MF paints. As here comes Klinger down pit road. Ooh, get on it.
Don Kilrow, Derek Olson also coming down pit road.
Blake Decker, old
Derek,
Woodside coming down.
Sorry, Derek Olson stayed out.
Joshua Rutherford going to be coming down in the 55 also.
A limited set of tires here tonight. So a couple of different strategies to play on. Both fuel and tire strategies. Oh, Derek Paulson locking him up, coming down pit road. That's going to give the lead over to Corey Rutherford. We were just talking about him. But now, Rutherford has the lead. Dave Bennett right behind him in the 13. In second spot, Aaron Bach over to third. Those drivers have not come down pit road yet, though.
That's one thing I've noticed so far tonight, Chris. I mean, it hasn't really come into play too much, but now that there's so many different racing lines here, I mean, during the first caution, or not the first caution, but the first time that these drivers are coming down pit stops, I noticed it, is that you have to be very, very cautious about where you're going to be on track if you want to go down pit road, because if you're stuck on that outside lane, you can get stuck there, and that could ruin somebody's race right there.
Oh, absolutely. And look, Corey Rutherford, Dave Bennett come down pit road, and he's fast. He's also the new race leader. It's Aaron Bach over in the 44. Little joke from last week, carrying over that new t-shirt that you can get at Savage Edge. It's the Aaron Bach over t-shirt. He's fast.
Oh, fast.
I love the friendships that are inside of any league. This league in particular, as Aaron Bach takes it down pit road. That's going to give the lead back over to the 88 of Jamie Walker. Josh Klinger going to be in second. Brad Collins third. So we have cycled through now, Rick.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris, about, the friendships in the leagues. And, the more that we hang out with the Blazing Pedals, they accepted us into the family too, pretty much. And I was watching Sam and Terry doing a little broadcasting there last night of NASCOM, doing a fabulous job over there. And, of course, hanging out with Mark Arthur and his Twitch stream. Watching the old man himself drive. He's got a new paint scheme, of course, with Butt Kicker as the primary sponsor. So the My Little Pony has disappeared, but the pink is still on the car, so I like that. And we got a new nickname for Dalton Kilroe. It is Captain Save Fuel.
Oh, boy.
Serby, of course, I watched Sam's Twitch channel too, Serby, and he's like, you guys got to start calling him that. I said, I'll do it. I don't care. You can't tell me not to do something, because I'm going to do it. So Captain Save Fuel in the 41 right now, sitting in 5th position, up 4 from when he started this thing. We'll see how long he is going to save that fuel.
Well, I'll tell you, last season, if I recall, really is when he should have picked up that nickname, because, man, he was all about saving fuel last year. And or last season, rather.
And that's why he won so many of the races, Chris. I mean, if you remember, him and Walker particularly, those guys were the two most winningest drivers last season. I think Walker finished up with, I think it was like 10 to 15. It was ridiculous. And Dalton, I believe, had 8. Yeah. And that's what they were doing. They would hang out in the back. They would protect their equipment. They would save fuel, save their tires. And it just worked out for them. So Captain Save Fuel in the 41, it's Dalton's new nickname. I'm going to use the hell out of it. And if you have a problem with that, you talk to Sam Baumgarten. I have a written contract with permission to use it. Trademark, hashtagged, everything.
So a few drivers are off the track. It's going to be Jeffrey Fisher, Marky Smith, Nick Okie, Jim Ott, Jacob Hoppy, and Terry Foster. I believe Fred Thompson's made it back out on track. He has. And he's also the only driver, or the first driver. Yeah, he is the only driver technically right now a lap down. So really good racing. Everybody's kind of able to stay on the lead lap here. This is pretty good stuff.
It is.
Everybody is kind of spread out just a little bit. We do find a battle here for 9th spot between David Seats and John Perkins. Perkins trying to take 9th away, and on the inside, it looks like he may, although the outside going to give a little momentum there to Dave Seats. Seats going to take it back. That's a pretty car. That Autism Speaks car. I always like to see stuff like that.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Cody Moore. Good finish last week. Right now being set at 11th spot. Dad also had a good finish last week. I believe he came in 3rd was Matt Gruenberg. He sits in 12th position. And that number 54. Corey Sherman, he led the way through most of the first stage. Hasn't had a chance to sniff out the lead since. But Sherman right now running in the 13th spot, and he's slowly working his way back towards the front, Rick. And, you know, I'm going to give it to him right now. Hopefully the commentator curse stays away, but he's been running very well here tonight. Been running very clean. And sometimes that Toyota has a hard time with that clean spot. You know, he's very often into somebody else's stuff, and tonight he's been able to avoid.
That's what it comes down to.
Jamie Walker up front, and the lead is cut down to about a half a second back to Josh Klinger. At one point it was about 1.5, so Klinger slowly starting to reel in the 88 around this really big fast track. How fast, you ask? Top speeds around here right now are about 182 miles an hour. On fresh tires, I think we can touch about 185. And Klinger definitely is trying to reel in our race leader. Each one of them searching for a different lane to run.
You know, the thing I like about this track too, Chris, is it races a lot like a super speedway, but you're not always on the throttle. You know, you have to let off at certain points of the track, or else you're not going to be able to make the turn, and or it pushes way too much. And this is definitely a fun track.
Well, speaking of, let's hop inside Don Kilroe's machine.
Captain Save Fuel.
And we're going to see just how long he is off from that gas pedal. Coming down the front stretch right now. So we're going to take a full lap here with Dolan. Off the gas pedal, letting it float into the corner. You can hear a little tire squeal there. Back on and out towards the wall. Oh, has to get off. The 11 may have slowed him up just a little bit. That's Jake Elrod. And that was a lap around with Don Kilroe.
I mean, the laps happen. I mean, it is 2 miles long, but the laps happen pretty quick. I mean, that's what I love about this track. I mean, you know me, I love super speedways. It's nice when you're just flat out. You don't have to worry about your brake. And here you don't really worry about your brakes too much. You might tap them just a little bit. But really, it's all just letting off on the throttle, just let the car roll through the corner.
Yeah, whoever does it the best wins.
That's right. Whoever gets back on that throttle, that's something that you taught me. Ooh.
And caution is out. That is the end of stage number 2. Our stage 2 winner is going to be the 88 of Jamie Walker, soaking up all those bonus points. So congratulations goes out to Jamie Walker. How about this? We'll do a congratulations to Walker and Caston, our 2 stage winners here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take about 2 minutes. We're going to step away for a moment. And when we come back, it is going to be a chase all the way down to lap 120. We will be right back. Then we're going to cut that off and go back to live racing here with Chris and Rick up in the booth, getting ready to start the third and final stage here of the night. Rick, it's been a good one so far. Two cautions plus some stage racing.
Yeah, hasn't been bad at all. I mean, all things considered, I think a lot of the drivers put last week, behind them where it belongs, Chris, and they definitely came out here to put on a good race. And it's been some fantastic racing.
Yeah, it looks like they have very quickly gotten used to this new build. And man, it is putting on some great racing.
Yeah, it really is. Definitely. Kudos to iRacing because, you know, build after build, Chris, it's just been getting better. And really the last couple years, it's when it's really turned on.
Pace car is down, waiting on the green flag. Jamie Walker hits the loud pedal. Green flag waves. We are back under the green flag until lap 120 now.
And that's going to be quick, Chris. I mean, if you really think about it, what, 45 laps?
Yeah, 45 laps at about 41 to 44 seconds when we hit some tire drop per lap. It's going to be a good one.
I mean, the thing is, if we, you know, we get a good long green flag, you know, run here, Chris, to the end, you know, we still have pit stops that we have to worry about, you know. So it's anybody's race, but right now the 88 Duke crew doing a fabulous job.
Yeah, I've got my eyes peeled on the 3 of Corey Sherman. Sherman trying to work his way back up towards the front. He is having a hell of a race here tonight, Rick, as he is sitting in the 9th position, and that car is in pristine condition.
Yeah, it is.
Right now, getting set to work on Mike Hamlin. Hamlin makes it float to the outside. The 3 down to the inside. The 3 of Corey Sherman going to take another spot. He's up to 8th spot, and look at the cars behind him. It's Derek Paulson, Matt Gruenberg, and Dave Seats.
You could throw Hank Caston right in there too, as Caston working on the inside of the 14 of Seats right now. Here comes Hackathorn up on the outside lane. EBB in the 10.
Yeah, the
I thought he was going to work it.
there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to work the inside just a little bit more. We saw that it works. I mean, the Shermader's still down there. And now here goes Paulson. That's the other thing about Auto Club, Chris. It is a wide track.
Yeah, it is. It's very wide, very fast, and if you can find your line early, boy, is that going to pay off dividends. And Sherman did find his line early. Look at the momentum on the outside as the 3 able to climb back in and battle it out with Derek Paulson. Oh, they're getting close here, Rick. Oh, it's very close. They stay off from each other. Meanwhile, Gruenberg just coming out of nowhere, going to try and hit that bottom lane. Matt Gruenberg going to try and make it a twofer. Not able to do it coming out of the corner. And Gruenberg down to the inside of the 3. Our race leader, Jamie Walker, goes through the camera shot. Corey Sherman, very focused here tonight, doing a fine job. Haven't talked about her much, but Amanda Sherman also doing well. She's on the lead lap, running in 27th spot in her number 8, her first season here with the Blazing Pedals. Our race leader, Jamie Walker, up front with Josh Klinger, Jordan McAvoy, Brian Dees, Dalton Kilroe as your top 5.
Not just new here to Blazing Pedals, Chris. I mean, she's a new driver this year, making some outstanding strides. Old Corey, she said, hey, listen, you know, either you let me use your rig on, you know, a couple nights a week so I can do some league racing, or you get me my own. So he said, okay. Your own.
Good times on a Sunday night here with the Blazing Pedals as we have got 40 laps to go. Doesn't seem possible, Rick, after last week.
Doesn't. I think we got plenty of light left this week. Ain't worried about it. And you know, if you think back a couple of seasons ago, Chris, you and I, we were the deciding factor of the championship race. These guys went to Michigan and they put on one heck of a show during the regular season, and the championship race was just as good. And in this race here at Auto Club tonight, that reminds me of Michigan. It's been some fantastic racing. I mean, I know we have a new build. The build, like we've said multiple times, iRacing has done a fabulous job with it. But these drivers are putting on one heck of a show here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And here I am watching Matt Gruenberg once again on the inside, though. It's Hank Caston. Caston, who won the first stage here tonight, been very quiet since then. But he is inside the top 11. and looking pretty strong. Jordan McAvoy, his third race in, and he's sitting in third spot. He's up 11 positions to get there, Rick, and that's pretty damn good racing right there.
That's good racing right there.
But the man of the hour right now, the Duke Crew, re-signed with Jamie Walker, and he is having a fantastic night here once again. Winner of stage number 2, and Walker has got himself a half a second lead. Josh Klinger started 5th here tonight, right now running in the 2nd position, and he has got a mirror full of Jordan McAvoy. McAvoy up 11 to run in 3rd. Colin Kilroe running in the 4th spot. He's up 5 positions since the start of this one. He's got Brian Dees behind him. Dees started in the 2nd spot here tonight, so no slouch as far as speed goes. Brian Dees is looking to climb himself back up into this one. How about Brad Collins? We haven't really called his name out too much right now. Rick, he's sitting in the 6th spot, right behind Brian Dees, and looks like he might be taking the inside lane, trying to get ahead of him.
Yeah, I think you're right. Collins, like you said, he's had kind of a quiet night. He's only up 1 position since the drop of this green flag, Chris, but the 22 looking mighty fine out there.
You know, when you start towards the front, you got less of a place to go. That Ford Mustang looking really good out there right now, though.
Definitely faster than the old pace guy. Captain Safefield's got to be careful because Dees and Collins starting to catch up to him.
Yeah, they've got some speed going right now, and Collins going to make Dees pay a little bit on the inside. So Collins moves up into the top 5.
And his teammate, John Perkins, of course, we saw, Perkins had some issues there at the beginning of the race, but he's back up 22 positions from the drop of the green flag. He's going to start putting a hurting on the 17, it looks like, as Perkins looks down. Not going to be able to do it this time. But Collins getting side by side with Dalton Kilroe. Collins looking, and he has taken over 4th position.
Yeah, so Collins really is moving out there. Speed Mafia doing well. Peek in on our race leader, and it looks like he's got a rear view mirror full of Josh Klinger. Klinger down to the inside, heading into turns 1 and 2. Nope, coming across. Yeah, turning into turns 1 and 2. And Klinger trying for the race lead. The 88 trying to figure out a way around this track to stop him.
I think he might have it here, Chris. I mean, it is still close. Klinger's still right there on his rear quarter. And now moves up behind him, and he's I saw some sparks. I don't know if that was 88 tapping the wall a little bit. He was up close to the wall.
Pillar to pillar as they go down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4 and out of 4 across the line. These guys are running very close to each other going into turns 1 and 2. Fantastic driving here out of both drivers, and let's throw Jordan McAvoy into that mix too. Is the 66 right on the back door now of Josh Klinger. The 66 may take a look to the inside. He's got a head of steam. He drops it down to the bottom lane. Can he do anything with it? No, he pops back out. Look how close he is, within a foot of each other.
There he goes.
Down onto the apron goes the 66. I'm not a fan of that, Rick. If that's not where you've been finding speed, I don't know why you would do that. And it looks like he did lose a little time.
He did lose a little time now, but as you said, McAvoy goes down below the apron there just before the start finish line, Chris. And that is an old tactic that used to work really well here at Auto Club. And actually, that's how I pulled out my win here. Because you used to pick up a lot of speed there, but with this new build, it doesn't seem like it works at all. I mean, stay in that high line or the mid line down through, as we're seeing the 88 and the 20 still racing it. You know, you get a lot more momentum up there than you do going down below like you used to.
Oh, absolutely. And this time by it is gonna be, oh, too close to call. I'm not calling that one.
My scoring says they were even.
0.01. Oh, Lordy. We're talking about a half an inch here. And all of a sudden, Walker finds some speed on the outside. That's going to put Klinger back into second. Jordan McAvoy all over the back bumper. It's a battle big time here for the top three. Man, is that fun. Don't look now, but here comes Brad Collins in the 22. Brad Collins going to try and make it a 4-car run. There is draft here. So if Collins can get latched onto the back bumper, he's going to have something to say with this one. 30 laps to go. Man, this one has been fun. Look at the action behind. Here comes Gruenberg way down to the inside. Going to make it 3 wide again. Perkins in the middle. Paulson up top. The 41 watching it all happen in the rear view mirror. Gruenberg on the inside. Almost makes contact with John Perkins. Derek Paulson trying to figure out which way he wants to go. And it looks like Caston going to fall behind Perkins. Gruenberg going to lose a little ground now. And Dalton Kilroe just watching it all happen. Wow.
I mean, that's kind of what Kilroe wants to see these guys do, Chris. But also, if they get tied up and do what they have to do, they get a little nose to tail action going on, they can catch that lead back.
Oh gosh, yeah. There is certainly some draft happening here, and if they can nose to tail those cars, they could catch the leader pretty quick. Jamie Walker is about 2 seconds ahead of these guys, but with the proper draft techniques, they could definitely do it. Everybody busy racing though.
Like Paulson found where he wants to be. He's starting to suck right up to Kilroe. He stays a little higher than Kilroe.
Well, I think he had a good run, and he was forced to kind of move himself up so he didn't get into the back of the 41. Here we go again. Derek Paulson starting to get real close again to that back bumper heading into turn 1. Paulson's going to hang out down low. Derek Paulson going in for the top 5. As the 41 going to lose a spot. And the battle between those two wages on. Look at Hank Caston coming down now. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, he got sucked right up onto that outside wall, Chris, and that is a preferred line here. He was able to keep Paulson behind him. They got a gaggle of cars, and actually I just heard Tanner Martin, the 21, going to be pitting in, so we're looking at some green flag pit stops happening here soon.
Yeah, the butt kicker, number 21, hard on the brakes, is bringing it down pit road. Meanwhile, Jamie Walker, Josh Klinger, Jordan McAvoy, your top 3. Brad Collins has lost a little room to those 3 drivers. And it's Dalton Kilroe, Derek Paulson, Hank Caston, TBB, and John Perkins, Matt Gruenberg, all in a group. And man, is Gruenberg just using up that top lane. John Perkins trying to keep Gruenberg behind him, moves up a little bit. Maybe breaking the momentum of the 54. And this group of drivers starting to catch Brad Collins. 26 laps to go, and Dalton Kilroe leads the way for 5 other drivers. Hank Caston going to try again on Derek Paulson. And not able to do it, so he's going to move up. Hold on to that draft. And I think these 5 drivers, make it 6, are going to catch Brad Collins here in just a couple of laps. They are moving.
They are definitely moving.
Oh, we got to battle it out for the race lead here once again. Jamie Walker under the gun. Josh Klinger taking a look to the outside.
Here they come down pit road, Chris. The leader's peeling off.
Leaders are peeling off. Top 4 coming down. And Dalton Kilroe going to lead a lap here. So Kilroe takes over the race lead with Derek Paulson, TBB, and Matt Gruenberg right behind him. Some of these guys are going to have to try and stretch that fuel a long, long way, Rick. We know pit windows usually around 22, 23. We've got 24 laps to go.
I think that's what's on Kilroe's mind right now. I think, he's going to be coming down pit road here.
He's bringing it down.
Going to get the lead over to Gruenberg.
So Gruenberg out there all by himself. Here comes Hank Caston off from pit road.
It's going to be interesting to see. Kilroe slides into his pit. Looks like the jack stands are going up, Chris. So getting some tires there. The 88 is just into turn 3, heading into turn 4. So maybe staying out that extra. It'll be interesting. Look at the gaggle coming up pit road.
Gruenberg coming down onto pit road. Jordan McAvoy set to take the lead unless he comes down. But I think he already did. Yeah, he did.
I think he did, yeah.
Sir Jordan McAvoy, after this one kind of cycles through, is now going to be the race leader ahead of Jamie Walker.
And we'll see for how long, though, because here comes Walker there, Chris. That 88 is fast.
Oh, yes, he is. Down to the inside, onto the apron, and Walker going to take the race lead once again. Oh, McAvoy is on an old set of tires. Walker is not. And that is the difference right there. Watch Jamie Walker pull away, and it's going to happen quickly. Josh Klinger now getting by McAvoy. Klinger going to take second spot over. Klinger a little slow on pit road, Rick, but he did take tires. He was about a second slower on pit road than Jamie Walker. With 21 laps to go, a 1.4 second lead for Jamie Walker. Brad Collins continues on in the 4th spot with John Perkins, Dalton Kilroe, Derek Paulson behind him.
Dalton Kilroe getting a heck of a run there on Perkins. Bringing along Paulson right with him. Perkins goes down 2 positions.
That 4-car mashup right here. John Perkins to the outside. Brian Dees right there, along with Hank Caston, the 61 of, oh boy, it's a McAvoy, I know.
Randy McAvoy.
Randy, yep. Matt Hackathorn involved in there. still trying to learn some of these drivers' numbers, Rick, and I think
We'll
just
get there.
a couple
We'll
more
get
races, I'll have it down pretty good. Klinger running in that second spot still. The gap 1.5 to the race leader of Jamie Walker. Walker doing a little bit of tire conservation already, I believe. That's through the corner. That gap did close up. Here comes Dolan Kilroe. Kilroe sits in the fourth spot. He is going to try and pass Brad Collins now. Brad Collins under attack from Dolan Kilroe. Kilroe looking good on the inside. Derek Paulson behind watching. Derek Paulson going to go drop down with the 41. So Brad Collins, just like that, loses 2.
You know what? This is what I love about Blazing Pedals. Now, Collins has been a part of Speed Mafia with Blazing Pedals. I believe this is their second or third season. Second season, I do believe. And, you know, he just called out and said, you guys go ahead. You're faster than me. I'm just going to stay high, do what I got to do. And once Paulson got cleared, Collins came across the radio and said, okay, you're clear. You can move up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. The respect out on track is just amazing by these long-time, you know, racing buddies. I mean, like we said, you know, and Mark makes it very clear to everybody that, you know, Blazing Pedals is not just another league on iRacing. If you guys just want a league race, there's thousands of pages you can go to and find one. But we are a family. We're a community here at Blazing Pedals, so act like it. And that just shows right there. Amazing.
Well, Rick, for a little while, I thought Walker was trying to conserve some tires. Now I look at the gap back to Josh Klinger. It has grown to 2.4 seconds. The Duke Crew and Jamie Walker looking to try and get their first win of the season. 17 laps to go.
Hitting that NOS button, I think, is what he's doing. Almost 3 seconds now.
Oh, he is taking advantage of those tires.
Ooh, Elrod had an issue there. I'm going to go back and look and see what happened to the 11. Stay under green. Massive issues with the 11. I'm not sure. Pulled it down and said, I'm done.
Well, taking a peek in on Ian Habiuk, the TRJKarting.com machine. Sits in 15th spot, down 5 since the beginning of this race. But, you know, right now, I think it's time to settle into the season and just work on getting some decent finishes for everybody. You're not going to win every single one of them, so the job really falls to the driver to just get the best finish that he can.
Yeah, I noticed he's actually doing it without his spotter. Like Tim disconnected for a little bit. He is back now, but he's not here in TeamSpeak. But of course, they're in the same room, so no, Dad's still in his ear somewhere.
Now, Brad Collins right now is running in the 5th spot, and that would be a great finish for him. Jamie Walker with a little over 3.25 second lead over Josh Klinger, and the 88 machine is just running away. This is what we got used to seeing last season, Rick, but we hadn't seen it here tonight.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, boy, it just looks like it clicked for Walker.
I mean, the laps are ticking away quick. We only got 14, soon to be 13 left to go. Walker heads into turn number 4. Like Amanda Sherman, the next car to go down a lap, possibly. I mean, Walker's just on fire right now. Wherever he puts that 88, it is fast.
Yeah, Amanda Sherman on the bubble as you see the race leader right behind her. And he's going to use her draft and use it to pass her. Oh, the 88 is doing something. Let's hop on board and see if we can figure out what's going on with the 88. fuel conserve mode. Meanwhile, we have a new second place runner, Derek Paulson. And Dalton Kilroe's taking over third. Klinger has fallen to fourth spot. Here comes Hank Caston in the fifth. TBB working his way through it in sixth spot. Brad Collins getting shuffled back. Here comes the 41 working on the 20. As I guess that battle has actually been going for a little bit here. Now the 41 clears it. Almost takes the nose off from Klinger. Oh, again!
And to Caston. 41 using all the real estate tonight.
Making that car wide here tonight at the Auto Club. And Derek Paulson, 3.4 seconds behind the 88. That man right there in the middle of your screen. And is he saving fuel?
And we got 20 miles left to go, Chris.
Yeah, some of these drivers behind our race leader aren't going to be able to save fuel because they are bunched up and battling for spots. I'm looking at Dalton Kilroe, Hank Caston, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Josh Klinger, those four drivers. Not able to save fuel right now.
Now they got to, I mean, it's all out right now.
Out of the right front, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. As Hank Caston gets around the 41, Hank Caston moves up to third spot. Man, what a night for Hank.
Good run there in the 36. That's something that we haven't talked about since the beginning of the broadcast, Chris. The air temperature has cooled off. It is now 79 degrees Fahrenheit. That track temperature is cooled also down to 83. So, you know, I noticed that the clouds have come over, just like I said at the beginning of the broadcast. We're going to start out sunny, and then it's going to cool off a little bit, and that's exactly what happened here. The track, I mean, definitely working for a lot of drivers out there right now.
Big battle going on right here, guys. We don't need to go any further right now. TBB sitting in the fourth spot. He's got Dalton Kilroe right behind him. Hank Caston in front of him. Hank Caston did win the first stage, and he's out there proving it was no fluke here tonight. How about Corey Sherman? He led most of the laps in that first stage. Right now, being scored in 11th spot. Nobody really around him, so just trying to keep pace. As the 88 catches the back door of the 24, Cody Moore. Moore going to go down a lap to the 88. Fred Thompson right there as well. Thompson just trying to stay out of the way. Great man that he is. And the 88 using that lower apron. Proving me wrong. All right, Jamie. Way to go.
Both wrong. I mean, I think it'd be a different story, Chris, if he had somebody that was actually racing for position around him.
Well, that very well might be true, actually.
The track is a lot cooler down there. No one's really been running down there consistently.
Well, the gap is closing back to Derek Paulson. It's down to 1.75.
As Walker gets ready to cross that start finish line, Chris, the flagman holding up 5 fingers. Only 5 laps left to go here tonight.
A relatively uneventful night here for the admin team. Gotta feel great after last week. They've been called into service.
They were complaining.
Yeah, they were called into service one time here tonight. Got to go ahead and thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network for this live Blazing Pedals race, the 3rd race of the season, live right here from the Auto Club on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't done so yet and this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There's plenty to go around all week long to take care of your racing needs right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight we've got Jamie Walker, winner of stage number 2, as your race leader. He's got about a 1.4 second lead over Derek Paulson. Paulson has been slowly catching him, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time here, Rick, short of Walker running out of fuel.
Walker's playing it pretty safe, Chris. You see, he moves up a little bit, but he doesn't suck up against that outside wall like he has been earlier in the race. He's the 88. He's comfortable right now. Right now, 3 laps left to go. He's doing it for Dale.
On to the back stretch we go. And Walker has a pretty decent lead here over Derek Paulson, although it is shrinking. Paulson picking up some speed here, 1.2 second lead now from Jamie Walker. The 55 on the bottom side, that's a lap down vehicle. The 24 is on the top side. Paulson has to be careful in the middle. The 55, that's Joshua Rutherford, and he's pretty fast all of a sudden here towards the end. But 2 laps to go for Jamie Walker. Last time by, he received the popsicle sticks, the white and the checkered flag. Green, white, checker in effect here for Blazing Pedals, but I don't think that's going to become a thing here tonight, Rick.
No, I don't believe it is. I mean, unless something really happens, but the drivers are kind of spread out here a little bit.
This time by, white flag in the air. 2 miles to go for Jamie Walker as he dives it down into turn number 1. This is going to be it. His final time through turns 1 and 2 and on to the backstretch goes the 88 of Jamie Walker. Derek Paulson, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin looking to try and finish off with a 2 and 3 finish. Walker works his way over to turn number 3 on this big backstretch, and finally he gets there. Jamie Walker with a 1.4 second lead. This one is going to be his, barring something really weird happening here. Walker comes onto the front stretch. This is the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Jamie Walker going to be your race winner. Derek Paulson, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Matt Gruenberg, Dalton Kilrow going to be your top 5. Hank Caston just outside in 6th spot. What a great finish.
Yeah, Hackathorn in 7th. Brad Collins finishes in 8th. Brian Dees in 9th. The Shermanator, Corey Sherman in the 3. He's got a top 10. Ian Habiuk, Blake Decker, David Seitz. What a great race.
Congratulations goes out to Jamie Walker, Derek Paulson, and TBB. Some old-time names getting it done here tonight. And we got some smiles on the faces of some drivers over there. I'm loving it. This is good stuff. Walker's going to burn the house down, guys. We're going to be back in about a minute 25 for some post-race interviews. Don't you dare go away.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for a rest. Often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on earth, the world
Finishing in third spot here tonight, it's going to be Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, TBB, driver of the number 10. It's Chris and Rick in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got a copy.
All right, buddy. Listen, up 13 spots since the beginning of the race, but I'm going to say this. That was one of the best races I have seen on this platform. What say you, driver of the number 10?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Given how my race started, I would have never believed I would have been sitting here with a third place finish. Was trying to run the tires long at the beginning of the race, and it didn't go too well. And I honestly still had a set of tires left in the bank, if in case we got a late caution. But given how the first 2 weeks have gone, I'm more than happy with a third place. Good to see Derek with a runner-up finish, and glad we were able to only had one caution besides the stages, but that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun to watch and really good time out there. And yeah, up 13 spots. So a really good finish and something you kind of needed here to kind of kick off your season 3 races in. Who do you got to thank on the side of that number 10 here this season?
I thank my teammates, excuse me, thank my teammates Derek and Nick for sticking it out. Everybody in my Twitch chat for hanging out, and you guys in the booth for doing the broadcast, especially give a shout out to TRJ and Pay to Win Setups for what they do behind the scenes getting ready for these races, and thanks for the fans as well to watch, and thank Sam and Mark doing race control. I know they got a busy job, but yeah.
All right, bud. Well, I'm going to get you back with your teammates so you can celebrate. Congratulations once again on a third place finish. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, driver of the number 10 here tonight, bringing it home in third. Rick, I believe you caught up with the second place finisher, the number 6 of Derek Paulson.
I did. Derek Paulson, you got Rick and Chris up here in the booth. You got a copy, brother?
Oh, I got you. You got me?
I got you loud and clear, man. Up 19 positions from the start of this race. The number 6 MF Racing Designs looking pretty good out there tonight. How did it feel?
Well, I got a 0x on my good qual lap, and I should have just reset and ran one more lap, but I didn't. So I knew I was starting towards the back. Felt good. That first stage, I got all up to 7th. And then Taylor and we decided not to take tires that second stage. So I did have another set of tires in the pits. But all in all, car was a little tight. I myself don't mind tight setups. I can drive them. But all in all, it was a good race. It was a fun race. It was pretty clean. It was a lot better than last week, and I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, the sun's just barely starting to show there at the front stretch coming out of 4, so plenty of time here. But man, it was an awesome race. Congratulations. Next week we head to Lucas Oil. How are you feeling about that, going from a 2-mile to a really short track?
Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'm better at tracks like the one we just did. Short tracks, I'm not terrible, but it's not my bread and butter. Just hope we all do a lot of give and take. It might be a wild one next week. You better watch out.
That's right. We'll make sure to have plenty of beverages and we'll get ready for it, man. But hey, listen, anybody on that number 6 you'd like to thank here tonight?
Well, first off, beverages. I might need an extra 1 or 2 next week. But yeah, I gotta thank Mark and Sam and the admins. This league, is we like to bring up the league a lot, and I mean it's not. Well, it's opinion, but it's fact. It's a good league. They run it great. It's nice to have you two both back up in the booth this year. And gotta thank Pay to Win Setups and Butt Kicker and TRJ Karting. Of course, TRJ's on with us again this year, and that's fantastic. And then I gotta thank MF Racing Designs for my car. He does quality work. If you guys need to go out and find a paint, hit him up on Facebook at MF Racing Designs. And I got to thank Taylor. He was in my channel tonight, and so was Nick. Nick kind of had a little issue during the race, but got to thank those guys for being in the channel with me.
Outstanding, brother. Hey, listen, good luck next week. Get ready for it. I know there's going to be a lot of practice sessions up, so definitely take advantage of it because I think it's going to be an interesting race, like you said.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'll be there practicing as much as I can.
Perfect. Congrats again, bud.
Yep. Thank you guys.
And that was the driver of the number 6, bringing it home in second spot, Derek Paulson. That's going to leave us with one other driver to talk to. It is our race winner here tonight. It's going to be the 88 of Jamie Walker. Jamie, Chris, Rick, up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys. Go ahead.
Well, bud, up 32 spots to win a race. You won stage number 2. I'd say this is just what the 88 needed to really start his season. What say you?
I'll tell you the truth. I was a little worried there at the beginning. This car got extremely tight. I didn't know if I could make it through traffic or not, but I just kept plucking away at it. And I was able to get some track position and work my way back up to the front.
So you were tight at the beginning. Jamie, at the end, it seemed like you really started to find some speed. Then all of a sudden, I find you saving some fuel to make sure you could make it all the way. What was the difference between the beginning of the race and the end? Was the car really different? Did you just find a way to get around the track better?
Those guys were running a lot higher line, and I couldn't figure out how they were getting the run off the high line. I'm like, okay, well, I'm stuck to the bottom here. I'm going to stay down here. And somehow at the end of the race, it got cooler down there and got a lot more grip down there. So I guess it worked out for me for just staying down there.
Yeah, perfect. All right, bud. Well, we haven't had a chance to really talk to you yet this season, and now we do. Who do you got to thank on the side of that 88?
Well, first off, I want to say I'm sorry to all my fans. I'm a little under the weather here, as you guys can tell, but I got to thank the Mountain Dew crew, of course, TRJ Karting for helping us put this season on, Blazing Pedals, and then also you guys up in the booth. I can't thank you guys enough.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations. Hope you feel better real soon. We're going to put you back with some teammates so you can help celebrate, and you have yourself a good night, bud.
Thank you, sir. We'll be looking forward to rolling out a new scheme next weekend as well, hopefully.
All right. Awesome. Jamie Walker, driver of the 88, bringing it home as the race winner here tonight. Good.
There's
stuff.
one. It was good stuff, man. And congratulations to Jamie. And hopefully you feel better, buddy. I know being under the weather is not fun, but Chris, we got one sitting in the TRJ Infield Care Center. I want to bring him up real quick. It's the guy that we like to call now Captain Save Fuel. That's the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Dalton, you got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
We are not doing that.
We are. Captain Save Fuel.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm here.
What happened, man?
Just going down turn 1. We're racing hard for, I think it was second at the time, and I just get right reared going into turn 1, and it kills both me and the 20. Don't know what in the world he was doing there. I initially thought it was my fault, and then I go back and look at it. He just turns left and just about kills both of us, and gives me a 4X, takes a 4X himself. I'm disappointed because I know I could have been right up there with Derek, at least hunting him down or making it to where he would have to have fuel. I mean, I'm still happy with a top 5, but that's just stuff like that at the end of the race. It's just annoying.
One thing, I mean, it does suck, but one thing that I do got to ask you, I mean, last season you were the second most winningest driver. This season hasn't really started out that way for you. Of course, we are under a new car, but tonight here at Auto Club, we're under a new build. How did the car feel?
Oh, car felt great. The setup from David at Pay to Win, it ran pretty much everywhere. You could run the bottom, you could run the middle, run the top. Everywhere worked. You had options. You could go just anywhere. I like what we got right now. It's on immediate fresh tires, the bottom was the way to go. But as the run went on, it was definitely interesting to see what some guys would do.
Excellent. Well, good to hear. Listen, last season's champion, you got to defend it this season. I know we're going to see some good things out of you, and it's going to come in time. Like we said, new car and everything. So stuff to figure out. But anybody on that 41 you'd like to thank, brother?
I got to thank Daddy's Barbershop, TRJKarting.com, Butt Kicker, everybody at the Turn 3 Racing Network. You guys always are awesome every week. Michael Falk Racing Designs. My teammates tonight, Blake Decker and Cody Moore, we were all just kind of BSing, just trying to figure out how in the world we were going to make it to the end of the race. And Mark and Sam for sitting up there watching us knuckleheads run around this track.
Excellent, brother. Well, hey, look, we look forward to seeing what the 41 can do next week. We're going to a little bit different track there at Lucas Oil, but I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, brother. Have a good week.
All right. Take care.
Dalton Kilroe, driver of the number 41. Captain Save Fuel. Okay.
Captain Save Fuel.
We
That's
got
the
it.
new nickname. We're gonna do it.
We're going to do it, and we're going to do it next week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. We will see you again next time.